right, so we just had the release of Moana. Yes, the live action Moana of a movie that didn't come out all that long ago. We got to talk about this one. I've got some stuff to say, some stuff to get off my chest.
I know a girl from an island. She stands apart from the crowd. She loves the sea and her people. She makes her whole family proud.
All right, so yeah, we just got back. Me and the wife went to watch it because we're both massive Disney fans. We're really looking forward to going to Disney World in November. So we've been quite a few times, and going back this year, which I'm looking forward to. So Moana. I love the original. I think the original is a beautiful film with great music, great voice acting, and great animation style. It's a gorgeous looking movie through and through that's well directed and well written. All of that stuff, right? I was very, very hesitant about this movie. Very skeptical about this movie when it first got announced and we got the first trailer and so forth, just because I think that it's not been that long. The live action movies that we've had for Disney, for the most part, have been an okay time to do a remake and bring something new to the table, even if it's not, even if it's shit, right? Because I've watched through again a load of the live actions recently again, and there's some crap. There's some really bad decisions, really weird, stupid decisions that they made with these movies. And Moana is another one in the long list of them, and probably one of the worst. It's not definitely the worst, but it's one of the worst. Like, I really didn't like Dumbo, for example. I thought Dumbo's probably the worst live action remake we've had, along with Snow White. Um, this is better because the story is holding this one together. The story is still exactly the same as the original movie. And it's so weird when you say original movie because it is literally based on a film 10 years ago. Exactly 10 years ago, we got the first Moana movie. It's just too soon to do this. It feels like a cash grab because it's exactly the same, but inferior, because I feel like The Rock is very cringy in this. I don't like his design, his hair, the body, the tattoos. It's all just too. It's almost uncanny valley because we know, obviously, from the original, he did the voice of that character, and it just something isn't right. And I didn't think that they had any chemistry between them as well. I think that they just had no connection between Dwayne Johnson and Haram Garcia. Um, the music is great. Lin-Manuel Miranda is very good. He's a great songwriter. My wife's a massive fan, and so I've seen a lot of his stuff. And his music here is great. Obviously, it's the stuff we come to expect. It's the same music with some new stuff thrown in here and there. I just didn't buy it. I feel like this movie was hollow, soulless, pointless. It just didn't bring anything new to the table. It just everything was already. They say it's live action, but it's not live action. It's semi live action. You've got human characters, but with a load of CG environments, like the water. It's not shot on the water. It's not shot on the sea. It's all digital and looks less impressive than the 2016 water. So for that reason, it loses me. Pua and Hey Hey are animated creatures, and again loses me there, to be honest. And Pua isn't in it a lot either, which is weird. Again, beat for beat, pretty much the same, other than a few shots maybe, or just a few segments that are different, and it just wasn't very fun. I didn't feel anything from this movie. The emotions that I felt in 2016 are not here. I just didn't feel the same vibes, didn't feel the same emotion. I think only the music lifted me. When the music kicked in, it's like, oh, okay, I remember this. I remember this emotion that I'm feeling, but not in between those moments. And with the actual movie itself was hollow and empty. This is a really shame, a big shame, because I really liked the shots of the actual island and like the Hawaiian Polynesian village. That was great, and there are moments where it could have been something better, and I think maybe a little bit more time. I do feel like this was kind of rushed, in my opinion. It felt rushed. It felt like there was a lot of green screen that was not required here, and that's why it feels rushed, because it's quicker to do that than it is to shoot on location. So that's what put me down on this one. I just think it's time for Disney to reevaluate. I mean, look, I'm a small YouTuber; they're not going to listen to me, obviously, and they're not going to lose sleep over me not liking the movie. But I do think it's time for Disney to reevaluate their strategy with these live action movies, because we do have confirmed Tangled, Hercules, and the Hunchback of Notre Dame in production for a live action remakes, with talks of other movies like Frozen coming along the pipeline. And they just, I mean, I really hope they don't just go and do Moana 2 now, because that would be even weirder. It doesn't help that I had a bad cinema experience tonight, one of the worst ones I've had in a long time, and it's kind of half expected when you go and see a kids movie, really. Like, it's marketed for kids, and so it's kind of half expected, but some of the stuff I was witnessing, I'm going to do a separate video on cinema etiquette in 2026, because this year has been pretty atrocious for etiquette in the cinema. But I try not to let it impact my thoughts on the movie. It was tough because at times I couldn't even hear what was going on. Luckily, it's the Moana remake and it's beat for beat the same, so I know what's happening on screen. I just think that maybe the casting of The Rock wasn't the right choice, and they should have put more time into finding someone that would have chemistry with our main character. And I do feel like a lot of the scenes could have been more explored, right? And I feel like some of the scenes were rushed over. The coconut guys, I felt like we could have gone more into them, show more of them. The crab, like, there's just so many things in this movie that I wanted to see explored more, and they didn't do that. And which is really weird for the fact of their choices in previous movies. Like, you take Mulan, for example, where they went on a serious straight edge movie and even removed Mushu from the film. So I don't know, there was a lot of stuff in this movie that just felt cash grab. A to B, the same movie, 10 years later. They might as well have just re-released the original movie. That's what I would have done. Just re-released it in cinemas in 4K. Like, I feel like you probably would have made more money. This movie isn't going to do well. It isn't doing well. And yeah, it's not worth watching, guys. Just watch the original at home and wait for this to drop on Disney Plus when it eventually does, because this was one of the worst live action Disney movies. Guys, let me know what you thought of Moana. Man, it was a tough watch. It was a real tough watch, because I just wasn't feeling anything, and I was sat there like thinking of the animation the whole time, like thinking of the comparison, thinking of the same movie looking better than this one. It's a really weird experience to see that. I don't know. Take any movie. Take something like, I'm just gonna say out there randomly, Sinners. They remake that, or it's just too soon. There should be some sort of, point where you go, okay, now it's acceptable to remake this movie, unless you're bringing something else to the table. This is what I've been saying. The movie could have been better if they brought something new to the table and justify the reason for making the remake 10 years later. There was no justification. Nah, it was not good. That was a struggle. Guys, I'll see you real soon with the next one. Take care of yourselves.